In this section, we'll show you a few options for getting data out for post-processing your model, as well as getting images of some of the plots. As you recall, in our earlier solution, we added some things from the beam tool in here that allowed us to plot stresses and deflections. And these have scales that are useful for plotting, but it's difficult to extract data from specific locations. Now, to get specific data, the tool that's provided is the probe. You see that up here. We select a probe, and whatever graph I have, I can click on there and it will show me that value. Now, I may want a static value, so I can click on there and it will give me a value at that node or element that I click on. Now, we're not doing a lot with deformation in this case, but let's look at maximum stresses. So now I can select the probe again. I could turn on the max and the min, but I could, to probe particular locations, I could come and probe these specific spots to see if they're the, see what those values are. Now, the other thing I may want to do is to export this data and be able to create a good image. So if I come over here to print preview, I will get a nice image that's formatted for printing. And you can see there's some options to export that. You could print that to PDF and then cut out of there. For the purposes of the first lab, you could also do a screen capture if you find that easier. You notice there's options to change the resolution, as well as to send that directly to Word or PowerPoint. So that might be an effective way there, and then you could trim out sections that you don't want. Now, in some aspects of the solution, we're going to ask you to, you may want to know what the force is in the members. So if we come to solution, let's come back to the geometry tab, and we could look at beam results, axial force. Now, because I just added that, it hasn't calculated, but I can right click on and hit evaluate, and now I have force. And again, I could come in with the probe, and I could probe the force in the different members. And you could also look and see if it varies along a member, if you like. And this will tabulate some of that data down here. You can see that all of these probes are in here, and that can also be exported or graphed if you would like. So you could use some of those to be able to help create your plots, particularly when you're exporting it, to be able to put a few probes on there would be helpful to show what the results might be.